Good evening. I hope you all had a great day, but now it's time to discuss those Monday night games in which both were pretty exciting and told us a lot about each of those teams. Now, I will get to the other top performers from around the league tomorrow and finish it up on Thursday, so just be ready for that. Anyways, are you ready to get your fix? Well, the New England Patriots were allowed to finally travel to Kansas City after Cam Newton tested positive for COVID 19, and the rest of the players tested negative. With Cam testing positive, I was really unsure how the Patriots would do. Honestly, I thought the Patriots could have been blown out and not even really had a chance. Now, the Patriots started this game really strong and made the Chiefs kind of fight for every yard they were able to get. The Patriots defense is really, really strong, even with many key players opting out for the season. For example, like Donta Hightower, one of their best linebackers, and there was many more that obviously that kind of opted out. But the defensive backs on this defense are really, really solid, and they made it tough for Tyreek, Sammy, and Travis Kelce to really get open and find that open field. So now, this has a lot to do with coaching. And Bill Belichick, at least in my books, is the best coach in my lifetime and probably of all time, at least top three. I think for me, he's top number one, but you also got George Halas, you got Don Shula, Tom Landry, Vince Lombardi. So he ranks up there in the top coaches. I don't think you could put a number one on somebody, but he's right up there. But they were able to just keep the ball out of Travis Kelce's hands pretty much the entire first half. Just overall, some really solid defense played by the Patriots. I think they couldn't do much more than they did. So now their offense wasn't terrible to start. Brian Hoyer ended up getting the starting role, which is understandable as he's been in this organization in the past and probably knows a little bit more of the playbook and has a better bond with Bill Belichick. So, I mean, he started off all right, but had some really iffy throws. Now, he would throw to a guy that made about 2 to 3 players around him, or that had about 2 to 3 players around him, and either get lucky and make it look like a really nice throw or a really nice catch, or it would just get knocked away or fall incomplete. And we can't have that. So now this was a really good game for the Patriots running back, Damian Harris. Okay, he put on a show. With Sony Michel being out, Harris stepped up really nice, in which he accumulated 100 rushing yards. Now, he honestly looked like a solid backup or even a pretty good starting running back, which is nice to see, being this is his second year in the NFL and starting to flourish a little bit. I mean, I know Sony Michel's out and he's getting that role, but still, way to step up. Really good job. This was also James White's first game back after losing his father, but he played really well and he was really a team player, doing anything the Patriots really needed him to do. But that's what James White is. He's definitely a team player. He runs the ball, he catches the ball, he does literally whatever Bill wants him to do, and he does it at an exceptional performance level. So for the Patriots wide receivers, though, Julian Edelman, he needs to figure it out because I watched him drop way too many passes that were right in his hands, and it's kind of disappointing to see that happening, especially when he's the main guy in New England. And when Tom was there, Julian Edelman was that main receiver that Tom trusted the most to catch the ball if other receivers weren't open or if other receivers just couldn't catch. So it's kind of weird seeing Julian not be able to catch this year, but we got to see him kind of figure it out, and I think he will. He understands what he did. He understands that he needs to be better than what he was and go from there. So for the Chiefs, they started off really slow, and you could tell they were having a tough time kind of figuring out that Patriots defense. However, they did a really, really nice job of utilizing those short passes and just slowly marching down the field, kind of grinding away that clock and exposing those linebackers. They also had an all right day running with Clyde Edwards-Helaire with having about 64 rushing yards. Now, Clyde is a tough runner, like I've noted in the past, okay? And he's going to be a problem in the NFL now and into the future. Okay, I know a lot of people have said that about, like, Todd Gurley and kind of other running backs, but, like, you can tell that Clyde has that it factor. And I think not just me, but a lot of people can see that he has that it factor, and the way he runs is just mistake-free football, and he knows where to go. He has just very good awareness when he has the ball in his hands. So I just continue to keep watching Clyde produce and grow as an NFL athlete. But I honestly think the Patriots could have won this game if it weren't for those 3 interceptions and looking sloppy in the second half. They put Jarrett Stidham in after Brian Hoyer kind of wasn't getting the job done, and Stidham threw 2 picks like it was nothing. It was too easy. It was literally, I think, his second pass picked, and I think it was like his 4th or 5th pass picked. So it's too sloppy. You can't do that. You have to be able to keep control of the ball, because when you turn that ball over too much like they did, it's really hard to beat a team in the NFL, especially the number 1 team in the NFL, the Chiefs. You're not going to beat them turning the ball over 3 times, especially interceptions. You have to play mistake-free football. And the Patriots, they did have their first offensive penalty of all of the whole season last night. There was an offensive false start or something like that. So, they're playing mistake-free football, but now they got to take those turnovers and eliminate them. They have to be better. They know it. Bill knows it. And we'll see what happens in the upcoming weeks. Now, my top 3 performers for the Patriots are Damian Harris, Damiere Byrd, and Rex Burkhead. And for the Chiefs, I got Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyrann Mathieu. So moving over to the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now, even before the game even started, I kind of knew the Packers were already going to win this game, even with Davante Adams and Allen Lazard out with injuries. This Falcons team, they've been up 15 points each week this season, except last night, and somehow lost each and every single one of those games. So that leads me to believe that there's no way this Falcons team can even hang with Green Bay. If you're letting up people, if you're up 15 and you're letting people beat you, you're not good. There's no way you're going to be able to contain Aaron Rodgers or the entire Packers offense. There's just no way. I'm sorry. If you can't contain Dallas, if you can't contain, I want to say Chicago, what else are you going to do? You can't stop Green Bay. I'm sorry. Good luck. Aaron Rodgers is just too good. Aaron Rodgers feasted on this defense right from the get-go and made them look real sloppy. I mean, Green Bay took a 20-3 lead at half like it was nobody's business. Just in a blink of an eye, boom, 20-3. I mean, the Packers did a phenomenal job shutting down Calvin Ridley, in which prior to this game, he had 100-plus receiving yards in each game this season. Now, this game, Ridley was targeted 5 times and didn't have a single catch. Now, this is your main receiver, and it's really hard to win a ball game when your main receiver can't get his hands on the ball. You can't let your tight end do it, and you can't let other people do it. You have to have Calvin Ridley be able to get the ball, and he didn't. So there's another check for you not winning the game. So the Falcons did a really bad job, but great job for the Packers defense and locking down the only receiver that really was a threat to them, because Julio Jones only played a handful of snaps before he tweaked his already injured hamstring. He was cleared to play, but he re-injured it. I believe it was like towards the end of the first quarter. So, that's where we stand there. So you have to be able to get that ball into Calvin Ridley's hands. Now the Packers, they're looking really, really solid. And one thing I'm really liking is that I've never seen Aaron Rodgers look and act this happy. I mean, he even got into the team celebration in front of that big screen with a huge smile and was dancing, having fun. I mean, Reggie Bush, he said this morning, at one point it looked as if Aaron Rodgers was going to hug Matt LaFleur. This is just something you really haven't seen much from Aaron. And it's kind of dangerous, to be honest. Because when Aaron Rodgers is happy and having fun and knowing his team's good luck stopping him. I'm telling you right now, because when Aaron Rodgers looks frustrated and realizes his team ain't getting the job done and they're not that good, he has to do it all himself, and sometimes he just can't do that, and they are a little worse. But since he's having fun, he's cool, calm, collected, he's dangerous. This Packers team is very, very dangerous. This team is special. And by the way, where the heck did Robert Tonyan come from? Because this man was an absolute beast, getting targeted 6 times, catching all 6 of them for 98 yards and 3 touchdowns. This guy better get more reps, because from what I've seen, this guy is really, really good. And every time he caught the ball, it seemed like he was wide open, which means he's able to find that open piece of field so that Aaron Rodgers can go to him when everyone else is covered and not really trying to get open. So Robert Tonyan, he did a great job and could be a problem going forward. I thought he was phenomenal. This guy came out of nowhere, and I'm very pleased to have Green Bay, or to see Green Bay find a weapon. Besides Davante Adams and Allen Lazard, Robert Tonyan stepped up in a big way. I honestly think Green Bay, in a way, found their tight end. Robert Tonyan, I think in 2 weeks, has 5 touchdowns. That's saying something. I think this guy should have a starting role. I really do. He's really, really good. He's something special. So, but after watching just how calm Aaron Rodgers and really just the entire Packers team was last night, and each of those first 3 weeks in general, I'm really thinking this team has a chance to go 13-3 or even better. I mean, I also believe this team might make it to the Super Bowl for the NFC because I don't see a team that's better in the NFC at this point besides maybe the Seahawks. But even then, I still don't think that the Seahawks team could hang with Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay is just, they are sound, they are calm, they're relaxed, they play really nice team football. Seattle, they can kind of stop the run. They just can't stop the pass. So you're telling me if you can't stop Aaron Rodgers passing the ball, you're going to win. It's not going to happen. Green Bay is well run. It's a well-fit team. I honestly think they beat Seattle by at least a touchdown or two. Green Bay, there's something serious. There's something scary to watch. And I would continue to watch them because this team's going to be something special, and I can't wait to see what happens in Week 6 because I got a bye week this upcoming week. So Green Bay is just going to keep rolling, and it's going to be a dangerous sight at the end of the season. So expecting to be 13-3, 14-2, somewhere around there. So my top 3 performers for the for the Falcons are Matt Ryan, Todd Gurley, and Olamide Zaccheaus. Now for the Packers, I got Aaron Rodgers, Jamal Williams, and Robert Tonyan. Well, that's going to end our discussion today as we had a pretty good slate of games last night. Now tomorrow, we're going to get to the other top performers from around the league, and we'll kind of finish it up Thursday where I'll give you also a briefing of what to expect for that Thursday night game. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful night, and you just got your fix with the Wicks.